Welcome back, everyone. Today I will be teaching you guys how to improve at Fortnite. There will be 4 steps in the video. 1 being settings, the next being creative, the next being drop spots, and the lastly being rotations. I will teach you guys how to effectively rotate and make sure you can get the most consistent game to start us off. We have creative. It is a place to practice your skills, learn new mechanics, and learn your tactics that you will use in in-game fights. This map code I'm using will be in the description, and it is a peace control map, which is the meta of Fortnite right now during Season 5. Everyone is just peace control, and this map teaches you how to do it effectively and efficiently. As you can see from the video, I have been doing it a little bit, and just with a little practice, you will be able to peace control people too. Now on to the next one. Okay, to kick it off, we now are going to do the settings portion of this video, and the settings are very important because if your graphic settings aren't there, you're not going to have the best latency, which can ruin your game. So you want to go full screen, 1920 by 1080, which will cause the best resolution. The other ones will just make it a little blurrier and make it harder to see and play. I would recommend 1920 by 1080. Also, if you're on a 144 Hz monitor, use 160 frames, but if you're on a 240 Hz monitor, use 240 FPS. I don't know why, it's just weird like that. With the brightness, I like to keep mine at 100. Too bright, too light, it's just like right in the middle. Contrast, I think it just makes the game look weird, to be honest, so yeah, I'm gonna have to say with just none of that. Color blend is off, and yeah, you're gonna make your quality presets custom. 3D resolution, you're going to want to make that 100%. It causes the less latency possible. In view distance, you're going to want that epic. Shadows off always. Anti-aliasing off always. Textures high. Effects low and post-processing low. This again is the best optimal for good textures and good performance. It's like a mix of both. VSync off, motion blur off. Motion blur can be on if it's cool sometimes, but I like to keep it off. Show FPS just tells you FPS, simple. But for me, I like using DirectX 11 when I'm not in tournaments, but when I'm doing tournaments, you want the best FPS possible. And someone with not as good as a computer would probably want to use performance mode because it causes the best frames possible. So if you have a bad PC, you could still run the game pretty smoothly. And now allow multi-thread rendering. I'd like to keep that off. USB debugging off. Latency markers off. NVIDIA retake on plus boost. This will cause the less amount of latency possible, and latency flash should be off. Other than that, here we go. Okay, the next part of this video will be drop spots. Drop spots are very important. For example, the place that I land at a lot is the Coliseum because it has walls that are very weird. You can't really build much there. That's why a lot of people don't really like going there, and I use that to my advantage. I camp behind the walls, wait for people to come. They can't build walls. They try to build a wall, and it's practically a free island. Also, drop spots. If you have to pick a drop spot and land there 100 times, maybe even more, Polyps or Arena, whatever it is, and with that, you will need to learn every single chest spot location for that whole location, because that will give you an extra edge on your opponents and might win you a gunfight when money's on the line. Also, in this new season, there are these bosses across the map. Some give you different trades, which could give you advantages in the game. Like if somebody trades a gold scar, then you might want to land there. If it's a free gold offer, than landing at a location that doesn't have it, because having at least like an RPG or a gold scar in your squad could win you the game. And there's also a lot of other things you have to keep into account, like where it is. You don't want to pick a location that's too far away from the center of the map, because you won't get much action. The storm will come on you, and you'll practically just be sitting there the whole game waiting for placement. It's really not the funnest way to play, but if you're not really good and you're grinding for placement, I would recommend that. Next, drop spots. You have to pick how popular they are. Like, if you have to see how good you are as a player. If you're a player that can just W key in people's boxes and get in there and just slay out the whole lobby, then go nuts. Land salty towers and peace control everyone. Like, seriously, go nuts. But if you're someone like me who is okay, but you aren't the best, I would recommend a lower location, maybe an unnamed location, or one of the less populated named locations. And that will be it for drop spots, and on to the next one. Okay, now we got rotations. Rotations this season have been weird. At first we had Rift Fish, we had Shockwaves, we had the crystals and the sand. But recently, in Season 5, they have removed the Rift Fish, removed Shockwaves, to make it more competitive, which, for the better players, yes, that makes sense. But for the people that aren't that good, that's not really good, because that might be the only way you guys are able to get points. And because of that, you have to adapt in different ways, in which you could land at maybe the center of the map, and you could travel with sand, which you do move faster in, and you could sand tunnel, which is a great way to rotate effectively and fast. And another way of rotating is using the crystals that are also in the sand place, which move you at a really fast pace and can do a little teleport thing, which makes it so it's harder for you to get shot. Also this season, there is the water, and if you're swimming like a dolphin, it is very hard to hit people, which is a great way to rotate. If you see a river or maybe a lake or something that you could just swim across, I would recommend that all day over anything else. And yeah, that will be it for the video, and thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked the video, please leave a like and subscribe. It helps me out a lot. And turn on post notifications if you want to see more. Yeah, see you.